Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives Podcast, Weekend Poppin'. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by Party Boy Pete McCormick and stunning Steve Cabot. Party Boy Pete, how we feeling, my man?
I'm feeling fantastic, Matrick. What's going on with you?
You know, another day, another dollar, living life, trying to make big money. All right, Strong Stem Steve Cabot, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, feeling young, feeling strong, feeling good, feel kind of like dancing, Matt. I don't know why.
You look great.
Maybe a certain dance I want to do.
Son of a bitch.
But either way, it's dancing. We're dancing.
Do you like the dance that comes with chips before a Mexican dinner at a restaurant?
Love is not an accurate enough word for me.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can find all our content and all our stuff on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can hang out with us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast and follow us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. All right, let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's all objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. Would you share it? Would you share it? Would you share it? Working perspectives.
All right. So this week we aired the Brianna Hitchens episode, and I know that there was a couple of people that were really excited about this one. I thought it went really well, really dug her story, really dig her whole gimmick, man. With she's young, but she's an entrepreneur, she's a boss, she's all about making money, snapping necks, cashing checks, and doing her thing, what she likes. Party Boy Pete, what did you think about the episode?
Matt, when you find out how much some young ladies can make working the what it was, the bottle service at clubs,
Yeah.
oh my lord,
Yeah.
walking out with
Unreal.
hundreds of dollars a night.
Crazy.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it's one of honestly, it's like I feel like there's the stigma, right? Of like, there's girls like whatever. We could never do that, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No
Like,
chance.
if you're a girl and you know how to work your shit, then more power to you. You know?
Yeah, me and Steve can't just hop up on the bar, have one nut hanging out, and have one
Yeah.
flying at us.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
No one's gonna pay to see it either. They'll pay to tell you to stop.
To not
doing
see it.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
But I also want to point out the 93-minute mark. I told my story that I forgot about, where I kicked out the owner of Finnegan's Wake from McFadden's, and he told me I would never work in this town again.
Hey, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
buddy.
Shit.
He's
I
right. I
hate
never
that
worked
guy.
in a bar again. That was it. That was the last bar I worked in.
Yeah. So he can go fuck himself, that fucking guy. I hate fucking stunads like that think they're tough shit because they got money. That thing, I don't care. I mean, that's what pisses me off the most. Who the fuck do you think
have
you
either
are?
of you ever had someone actually say to you, "Do you know who my dad is?"
Yeah, I've had it. Yeah.
Is that not the most pathetic thing you've ever you
Dude,
know,
I was
you know who my
at
dad is?
I was at I was at Christopher's, right? And Christopher's is in Wayne, and it's like this real hoity-toity
Yep.
area, ton of
Main
money
line.
up there. Oh yeah, right next to Nova, millionaires everywhere. And there was this like group. It was like two guys, two girls, and they were in at the bar, and they'd been there for a couple hours. They're doing their thing, right? They're playing like shitty music, like club techno, right? And there was one kid there who was like, he was just kept like throwing out cash, like thinking he's big time, right?
Yeah.
And eventually we were too busy and we were going to cut them off because they were way out of line, right? Like they were just too much. So we're like doing our shit, and the one girl that's with him starts snapping her fingers at us, right? Like me and the other
Aggressive
bartender.
move.
And I was
Aggressive
like,
move.
oh fuck no. And the dude's like, the one dude that had the money, right? He's like, hey, you come here, right? He says it to me. I was like, bro, you need to stop right fucking now, right? And he's like, look at this right here. You see this watch? That's a $5,000 watch, right? And he's like, do you know who the fuck I am? Do you know who the fuck my dad is? Right? And he's saying this shit. And then the bartender I was with, his name was Rob, and I fucking love this guy, right? He was the fucking best. He turned off the jukebox, right? And when he turned off the jukebox, everyone's like, what the hell? And he yells, he's like, hey, everybody, this asshole wants to tell you how much money he has. Hey, fuckhead, why don't you tell everybody how much? Dude, I was fucking dying. I was like, that is the best thing I ever heard. And then I was like, pay your fucking tab, get the fuck out. And they did.
Get out.
Great. Yeah. But that
Don't
kind
need
of
you.
shit,
Don't want you.
dude, shout out to Rob. Fucking love you, buddy. Yeah, he's the fucking man. I love that guy. So, okay. I almost hate to ask, but I must. Strong Stem, what'd you think of this week's episode?
Very good. She's a really, really good person, old soul person. Like for her age, she's very she's a smart girl for her age, very smart. You would never think she's that young, right?
Yeah.
Now, Matt, buddy, pal,
Sure.
teammate,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah. All of the
I
above.
got good news and bad news.
All right, talk to me.
The good news is AOL is bringing back Instant Messenger again.
Are they really?
Yep. Bad news is I think Brianna's is Brianna SC now.
Oh man, okay. So for those who didn't listen, in the episode we talked about AOL Instant Messenger, and Brianna said that her AOL Instant Messenger name would change because it would be her name and then the initials of her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right. So for those who don't know, Steve's name is Steve Cabot. It's not Strong
Right.
Stem. So Brianna SC doesn't mean Brianna, South Carolina. It means Brianna.
Look,
Steve Cabot.
maybe it's a coincidence and that's the boyfriend's name. I don't fucking know. But was I excited to see it? I don't know. That's fantastic.
Right.
We're out here.
Sure.
The Lord
Hey,
works in mysterious ways.
The best shooters keep shooting.
No.
pal.
I hear you. The salsa thing, though, the competitive dancing salsa shit. This is like wrestling. These people go in there mentally prepared. I was into it, because I related to wrestling and just the mental preparation, the way that shit is serious. I didn't know it was that serious.
Dude,
Looks awesome to me.
yeah,
It's very
yeah.
serious.
I would love, dude. I don't know if I would. I would like to try it, right? But I don't think I mean, like maybe I would be. Like the footwork's very similar. Like footwork in general kind of has some similarities a lot of places. But as far as like, I would love to see a dance floor where half the dance floor is like, all right, let's go, and they all do like the same fucking move at the same time and choreograph and just like break it down. And I'm like, what just happened here? She sent me like videos too of like what it's supposed to look like. Dude, there's video, like, so her favorite thing, apparently it's called bachata, right? Is a type of salsa, right? And there's videos like on YouTube and shit of just like these people, normal people, had like what looks like a normal party kind of gimmick, and it's like 10, 15 million views. People love this salsa gimmick, you know what I'm saying? And if you do it well, they really love it. So, but hey, man, I'll tell you this, as also as like, she's my little cousin, like I'm so much happier that she's going out, she's dancing, she's hanging with her crew, she's doing her thing, she's running her business, then she's living, with a bunch of stunads in a shitty house in like Nowheresville, and she's
wait a minute.
She's
reminding me of when I was 24. What the hell, Matt?
Well, I'm just saying, we were all that was all of us at 24. We were living in a shitty house with a couple friends, working, dead end jobs, just trying to party all the time. And she's not down with that. Like, I feel, and we brought this up on the show, on that episode, where I feel like when we were in our 20s, partying was the fucking thing to do, right? Like, that's what everyone wanted to party. Everyone wanted to do that thing. I feel like now the cool thing to do is become an entrepreneur and make fucking money. You know what I mean? Like, where was that? But
I mean, it's always there, but you never know when you're gonna die. Like, so, like,
live him up.
Yeah, exactly. You got to live it up a little bit.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying I would change it. I think we had a
Yeah.
great fucking time. You know what I mean? Like
No, I agree. Yeah.
We
Like
had a fucking
it's great with
blast.
the younger generation. Like some of them are looking out for their financial well-being down the line.
Yeah.
I'm just saying at the same time, I wouldn't trade my 24th year on this earth for anything.
Agreed. That was such a blast. How about you, Strong Stem? You trade in the early 20s for anything?
It depends. There was time periods he might have needed to trade it in, but most of the time he was pretty good. There was a couple of bumps in the road. You know what I mean? A couple bumps.
Sure. Hey man, we all have them, brother.
If we're allowed to pick and choose, I'm sure I could pull something out.
Yeah, there's a day
Maybe
here.
it's not 24. It was 25. Like, hey, it was half of 25 and a little bit of 26.
Yeah. I could take a bite out of 27 if I wanted to. You know, there's some things that go down. But no, I'm with you. That's fucking awesome. So, okay. So like we said, the Brianna Hitchens episode, really good stuff. It's available now on all podcast platforms and YouTube at the Working Perspectives Podcast. And then let us know what you think. And then if you have any ideas or any topics, or if you'd like to be a guest on the show and you ever say to yourself, hey, you know what? I could be on a podcast. I can talk. I'm funny. Then email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. We'll see if you got the fucking nods to get on here. All right. So let's keep it moving. Next week, I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. Next week is part 1 of a 2-part series that we're doing with an American fucking hero. His name is Master Sergeant, Marine Recon Master Sergeant Nicholas Galante. I'll tell you this. People will want to know, when talking to him, he's done 10 tours overseas. 10 fucking tours, right? And when talking to him, he was like, look, I've done 10. I can only tell you about 6. That's the fucking breaks guy. You know what I mean? Like,
hey.
But no, he's
and
a
for
fucking...
the female listeners, he's almost at Tommy Romeo level.
Oh
boy.
God. Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking forget about it. Oh.
You got a little scratch?
Oh, my God. The dude, I'll tell you what, man. He was like the best fucking looking guy in the world at one point, man. He was just...
These fucking Italians. These guys.
He's a fucking Italian. That's for sure.
Fucking Italians.
But no, he's a great dude. And honestly, you know, the sacrifices he's made and served the country, like, you know, I mean, it was an honor.
And that's like, he was when we knew him in high school, you knew he was going to be a Marine, and you're like, well, that's the kind of guy I want to be a Marine. Like, that's the guy you want protecting your country. Yeah,
100%.
100%, brother. Absolutely, could not agree with you more. Yeah, oh, for sure. You know, and his story is incredible, man. He had done by the time, I mean. He was a Marine for, I think we calculated, it was like he was a Marine for 7 months. He was already over in Iraq. And like by the time he was 21, I think he turned 21 on his 3rd tour, right? So he was just like, he loves it. He wouldn't do anything else. It's the greatest thing. He loves being in the Marine Corps and he loves his job, man. And he loves to serve this country too. He's a big, you know, it's really a great story. And like, you know, everything he's gone through, incredible. I will tell everybody this. So when in his 2nd tour, 2005, I wrote him a letter when he was over there, and he kept the letter, right? And
Nick, when you get back, we're gonna play catch because we were best friends in 5th grade, and I remember all the good times when you shared your lunch with me.
Yeah. No, it's a pretty. I mean, I'm gonna let everyone know now. There's a lot edited out of that letter, but it's still it's pretty funny. So yeah, Pete, I know we recorded it together, and like I said, it's part 1 of a 2-part series. But are you excited for this one next week?
Oh yeah, always with Nikki G. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, Steve, I know he was a year younger than you, but did you know Nick at all or run?
Casually. Yeah. Not like I ever really hung out with him, but I know who he was.
Yeah. Really good dude, really star athlete, awesome guy.
Yep.
So super excited to have him on. So that'll be next week. You know, what's Tuesday next week? So next week, August 3rd, on all podcast platforms and YouTube, it'll be you know, Master Sergeant Nick Galante out there doing his thing. So okay, so let's keep this going. Moving on. All right, boys. Talk to me, Strong Stem. I know you're excited. What happened this week? I think we got some Olympic shit going down in Tokyo.
Ooh, Tokyo. We got some shit going on. Well, first and foremost, am I a little confused? I know people are going to cry about this. Am I a little confused by the Simone thing? I am. Here's my fucking thing, right? I'm okay with the mental health. I get all that. I'm okay with it. Completely okay. Then when I hear that the reason is that you were afraid to let your team down, so's every girl in the arena.
Yeah.
It's just part of the sport. You're the best. You're the Jordan. I get you're scared, but even if you fell, we all know you're the best one out there. Shit happens. Like, you know, come on.
For those
Then we
people,
take silver. Come on, America.
For those people who haven't seen it, Steve, what can you give like a synopsis of what occurred?
So Simone Biles decided to drop out of the Olympics, citing a mental health issue, which completely understand, right? And pressure, you know, it's a young girl. She's going through the shit you go through is like this. When you're the lead face of the Olympics, I can only imagine what they put this poor girl through.
Yeah.
So I get it. But
yeah.
I mean, she trains it. You know how it is. And talk about a sport that is just brutal to you and ridiculous with injuries and just the way you put your body on the line. You know, all that training she had to do, how good she is. I mean, they had to fucking stop a move because she's the only girl in the world that can perform it. They're like, yeah, well, we're going to call it.
It was illegal. Yeah.
Well, no. How's it too dangerous if she can land it? She does it. And they're like, yeah, no, you're not allowed.
So, Steve, she's not the Michael Jordan. She's the Wilt Chamberlain. Like,
right.
like they had to change the rules to stop her.
Yeah. Yep,
you're right.
Yeah, goaltending. Yeah. Great call. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And then again, like I said, I'm 100% okay with any person's mental health issue. Obviously, I'm a nutcase.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's strange to me, a girl that's that competitive, one of the probably the greatest women's gymnastic athlete that's ever lived.
Yeah.
Was just like, you know what? Towards the end, she's already competed in this thing too. She's already competed in events, everything else. I think she skipped the last one? Is that what it is? Last or two was left that she stepped out of and stepped aside. Now, again, I didn't like an asshole.
Well, Steve, she also dropped out of the individuals, so I don't think she's competing for individual muscles. Yeah.
But as an asshole, I don't know if the girl that replaced her, did she affect that they took a silver medal?
What like,
you know what I mean?
I mean,
when you go from the GOAT to somebody that's not the GOAT,
have someone replace them? Like
they do. They have alternates.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they have an alternate.
Yeah. So you can slide someone into the event for you.
What happened? Like, okay, was Simone Biles in the last Olympics? What was the last Olympics? Rio?
Yeah. Was she in it? She destroyed the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Destroyed it.
She's Michael Phelps, like Usain Bolt level, where it was just
unbelievable. One of the most remarkable performances in Olympic history.
So she just crushed it last time.
Oh, this God, time crushed it.
And even better at the Worlds after that, because like
she's got even better at the Worlds. Which for people to understand, there's Olympics every 4 years, and each year in between the 3 years, there's a World Championship. So it's the same almost prize as an Olympic, but Olympics obviously are a little more prestigious every 4 years.
I would love.
And when Steve's saying like they made the moves legal, so like in the last Olympics she dominated, and then since then she got so good that she was doing moves that they were like, it's too dangerous. We don't want anybody even trying this. These moves
any other girl
illegal.
tries it. Any other girl tries it, we're pretty sure she's gonna die. So let's not make this a thing. That's what they had to do for this girl.
Dude, that's
crazy.
Mean, that is
strange moment though. Strange moment in Olympic history.
It's
strange
crazy
moment
to think too. Like she competed in the last one. She was dominant. She's done all the world championships.
Dominant.
I wonder if there's just some like Russian girl that was just in her head. Like this is where you're gonna crack, Biles. I know you're going to crack one time, and this is where you crack, and I be there. You know,
crazy. Crazy. I need the equation or the analogy that it's like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Because remember, we're talking about the greatest female athlete there is for gymnastics.
Gymnast, yeah.
The equivalent's Tom Brady, and Tom Brady at the Super Bowl going, I don't know, we might lose, so I'm gonna sit this one out, fellas. They'd all be like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What do you mean, Tom? Come
on,
Tom.
I mean,
Tom.
You know what it is too, right? Where it's like some people. I mean, you do have to like, okay. So obviously losing sucks, right?
Oh, so but fucking an individual sport too.
Yes, but you have to learn how to lose because that teaches you how to handle adversity. Right. So if this girl has never lost before, she's almost like, it's almost like an equivalent to the Russian team in 19, the Russian hockey team in 1980. They just never lost. They never knew how to deal when they were down or about to lose or anything like that. Right. They didn't know about coming back from adversity. So I don't know. Maybe that was it. Maybe she's just a victim of her own dominance.
Well,
you know.
So here's a couple of thoughts. I mean, one, the whole thing with Tokyo, right? There's no one there but the athletes. So this is the first time you don't have your
So
crew there, right?
fucking
You don't
stupid.
have, you don't have your family, you don't have your friends, you
agree.
don't have like those people
What?
that like you
Yeah,
don't have
it's
your
hard.
support
That's
system.
tough.
Oh,
Good point. Legit
The
point.
other thing too is Simone Biles is 24, right? Like a lot of
Yes.
gymnasts are in their teens,
Mhm.
and so it's almost like what do we call it in wrestling? Had enough wrestling, or the
Yeah.
semi slide. When you're
Burning
the
out.
favorite that's going to win it, and
Yeah.
you lose in the semis, and you could still take third easily, but like that drive just isn't there. Like if I'm
Nope.
not
Yeah.
setting records, I
What am
can't
I
even
doing?
get off on it. You know, exactly.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if there's a little bit of that, and I guess we'll find out in the next Worlds. If she shows up at the next Worlds and dominates, we know it's some kind of a blip.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm
again,
like,
with the mental health, I'm not shitting
Yeah.
on
Oh, no,
anybody.
yeah.
The fact
Yeah.
that she's still, this is the other weird scenario about it. It's just a strange situation. She's hanging out with her teammates and encouraging them, and seems like in a great mood, like happy and supportive on the side, while
Yeah.
she's citing the fact that she can't do this last exercise or last two or whatever it was because of like she had like I don't know, like an attack or like an anxiety. I don't know. She was worried.
I wonder.
I don't know
You
what's
know what
happening.
else? It crossed my mind too. Is
Strange
the
as shit.
yips. Remember
Mhm.
the yips?
Yeah.
Like who
Hell
was
yeah.
that? Who was that pitcher? Rick
Couldn't throw it over the
Keel.
fucking plate. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
like
YouTube
Rich
video
and
is
Keel.
wild.
First round pick, throws 97, one of the
Yep.
best pitchers, and then all of a sudden he can't throw it over the fucking plate.
Can't get near it. It's insane.
Or like Mike, or for Philly centric people like Mike Schmidt and Steve Carlton, one season they're in the middle of the season and they're doing well, and all of a sudden like Carlton, his slider just can't throws it. So
Yep.
she is 24. You wonder like maybe she's like doing these jumps and she just I don't know. Well,
I
we'll
agree.
find out
I mean,
soon enough.
Has
Yeah.
anyone brought up that this could be a cover up to like they're saying it's mental health because they're trying to protect her from a real story coming out of maybe like
Well,
Yeah,
it's,
I never
She-
thought of that angle.
you
I never
know.
thought of that angle.
She's been open with mental health because she was one of the guys that she was one of the girls that got molested by Larry Nasser, like the
Oh,
fucking
The giant
Jesus
dickhead.
Christ.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That piece
Yeah.
of fucking shit.
Oh, that kind of shit. I mean, I don't want to get on that because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
We'll
go down
stay
a
away from
fucking
that.
rabbit hole.
We'll stay away from that. But
So-
like
Yeah.
her just like he said at 24 too. This is a sport that she's been through an Olympics. She's been doing it her whole life. A very unforgiving sport. And she does talk about how like nowadays her body hurts all the time. Where last Olympics she could do whatever the fuck she wanted and she woke up and felt great. And now she doesn't feel the pain setting in.
Yeah.
That girl, the shit they do on that little floor is bonkers to me.
Dude,
I don't fucking get it.
I'll tell you what, that is one sport that I feel like, I mean, like, obviously boxing, you're very effective, MMA as well, wrestling as well, right? Like, your body gets very affected by these sports. But if you're doing gymnastics from a young age, like, if you're competitive, like these girls are, right? Is this sport literally stunts your growth?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, come the hell on. Like, what kind of sport would stunt your growth? Yeah, I don't know, man. To me, that's just I don't know. It's a tough sport, and I mean, and to do that shit, they have to be fearless, right?
And so strong.
And the athleticism is unreal. I've always had a big respect for gymnasts. I think that's an incredible sport, and what they put their body through, and the commitment they have to have, and the fearlessness. I mean, it probably does take a toll mentally. Like. Who knows? Maybe that illegal move got in her head. Like, I don't want to try this again because this is what's hurting.
Well, I mean, the other thing that could be getting in her head now is like, we, I don't know, like we're millennials, like we know what social media is, but the whole idea that people just live on social media all the time, like that can't be good for you. Like, you know what I mean? Just like,
and like any good professional, she's dating like look it up. She's dating somebody famous, like a
backup quarterback for the Texans.
Yeah. She's got a pro football quarterback.
Yeah, score one for him. All right.
Yeah, life's different now. You know what I mean?
It's going to be interesting to see kids because she's 4'8" and he's 6'4". Like that's
Oh man, I hope that that could be their son. That'd be tough.
Yep, he's either going one of two ways.
Yeah,
the littlest guy ever or a giant.
That'd be tough.
If the little brother gets the dominant genes and the big brother gets the recessive genes,
man.
You're having a twin situation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, DeVito and Schwarzenegger.
Hell yeah, that movie was awesome.
So good.
It's classic. So good.
Absolute classic. So, all right. So let's keep it moving. What else happened at the Olympics? Party boy Pete, you want to hit us with some shit?
So I've been pretty busy this week.
Hit me with this, Pete. You've been teasing me with it. Hit me with this.
So we got next Wednesday starts men's freestyle wrestling, baby.
All right.
Wednesday
And I
it
am
starts?
ready. So wrestling starts earlier than that, but I only follow the men's freestyle. I don't
Yeah, the
follow
freestyle,
Greco.
exactly. No one
Yeah.
else cares. Yeah. When does it start? Wednesday?
Wednesday is
Hell yeah.
57, which is Thomas Gilman, and 86 kilograms, which is David Taylor.
Oh, they go off
Ooh.
first day? Hell yeah,
Steve, tell me
DT.
about David Taylor. Tell us about David Taylor.
Yeah, give us a rundown, Steve.
David Taylor, an Ohio legend, was a 4-time state champ in Ohio. Then went out to Penn State. Well, first he went to Utah to wrestle for Cal. Goes to Penn State. At Penn State, gets in the finals his freshman year, loses. Wins his sophomore year, wins his junior year, then loses to Dake.
No,
so
he
he's
loses
four-time
junior
finalist.
year to Dake. Yeah, junior year loses to Dake.
Oh, yeah, Dake
And then
was a senior.
Wait.
Dake
So
was a
he
senior.
lost one.
No, lost the first one as a freshman. Got pinned by Bubba Jenkins, who's an MMA star.
Shut the
on a
fuck
big-
up.
It was
Did
nuts.
he really?
In Philly? Me and Brandon
Yep.
Hill were at that match in Philly. Yeah.
Matt, it was
That's where
tied.
Jordan Oliver won a national title in Philly.
Yeah,
That was dope.
yeah.
His brother was there. We were talking with him.
Yeah.
That shit was dope. But anyway, David Taylor again, 4-time national finalist, 2-time champion, 2-time Hodge Trophy winner, which I think there's only like one other guy ever that's had 2 fucking Hodge.
And it's Cal Sanderson.
Which is the Heisman of college wrestling when you win the Hodge.
Yeah.
And again, he's a 2-time now defending world champion. He got injured and was out for a little bit, but won 2 world titles, but hasn't won an Olympic title yet.
So-
and he's out here. What's up with this weight, Pete?
I'm just going to correct. He has 1 world title because
One.
of the injury stopped him from winning the other. But he's beaten.
Okay.
So the
He has
top
1 world
guy,
title. He's the defending world
Yes.
champion, right? Yeah.
the top guy is this guy Yazdani from Iran, and Yazdani
Yeah.
from Iran is young. Came onto the
Nasty.
scene and won in 2016 when Burroughs kind of had his little like falling out. So Burroughs was the
Mhm.
favorite. He falls to a Russian. Then this guy destroys the Russian. The Iranian bumps up and is just destroying the world until the World Cup where David Taylor goes in and Yazdani goes up on Taylor. But Taylor is a cardio machine, comes back and pins Yazdani. Everyone
After
thinks
being
it's a
down
fluke.
big.
And everyone says, okay, so World Cup, the U.S. is the only one that cares about it. Iran doesn't care about it. Russia doesn't care about it. We'll see what happens at Worlds. They go back
Yep.
to Worlds. First fucking match, Taylor unseeded gets Yazdani. And they're going back and forth, and Taylor just out-cardioed him again, out-scrambled him, and ends up beating him by like 4 or 5 points.
Oh, that's incredible. Fuck
And this
yeah.
guy is
Fucking
no joke.
America.
Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude,
And
that's
that's-
incredible.
So that's only one of the guys that is a gold hopeful. Steve, who else do we got that's going for gold?
Well,
Well, there's no. I'm sorry, I don't care where, who from. Nobody, and I wasn't the biggest fan of him, but he's made me a fan of him. Nobody's beating Dake. Dake is going
Dake.
to beat the shit out of everyone in this fucking tournament.
so
And so
yeah.
people that know, like they're like Jordan Burroughs is probably the second greatest American
Yep.
wrestler of all time.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
He,
say.
you know, as an Olympic gold medal, he has I think 4 world
4.
gold medals,
Uh-huh.
2 world bronzes,
Yep.
and Dake finally took him out, beats him at
Yep.
the Olympic trials, and now he is the man to beat. But there is this guy Sadakov from Russia,
Uh-huh.
and Sadakov is the guy. He's
Yep.
beaten Burroughs every time he's wrestled. He's
Quick
beaten Frank
question.
Chamizo every time he's wrestled.
Is Sadakov the guy that went up to go against Snyder in Paris?
No,
and
no,
lost?
no.
Okay.
No.
These guys
No,
are much
that's Sadu Lavi.
Yeah,
Okay.
So Matt, those guys are 220 pounds. These guys are
Yeah.
163 pounds.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So-
I do actually have a story
Hold on,
to
but
show
Pete-
about
Pete,
Sadakov.
isn't Dake the defending world champion also?
He is the defending world champion at the weight class above this.
So,
So-
Okay,
people
so
don't
he
follow-
went down a weight. Okay.
In the Olympics, there are only 6 weight classes. There's
Oh, I
57, 65, 74, 86, 97, and heavyweight.
and those
125.
are all in kilograms.
Yes,
Yep.
kilos.
Yeah. But in Worlds, there's like 3 or 4 more weight classes. So
Yeah,
in the
there's
Olympics
8.
at 74, Dake was 79. So Dake came down from 79. But the only reason Dake was up at 79 was because him and Burroughs, they're like, you know what? Let's just go different weight classes and we'll both get gold.
Yeah,
And now,
yeah,
but at the Olympics, they both had to go together.
Yeah. Can you say so? Is this is true as well for Dake? This was the 3rd Olympic trials that he had faced Burroughs. Is that right? So
Yes.
the first 2 Olympic
No.
trials,
This is wrong. So he faced Burroughs in 2012 and lost to when Burroughs won gold. In
At
2016,
London.
yeah, at 2016, he actually went all the way up to 189 pounds to challenge Jaden Cox. But he was undersized, and Cox went out, and Cox ended up getting bronze. Taylor and Dake both went up because neither of them could get by Burroughs. And
Yep.
now, you know, but Taylor was always like you look at Taylor's dad. He's like 6'4". He always should have been bigger.
Big guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah.
So now he's finally filled out and he has the speed, so he's just dominating everybody at 189 pounds.
So had Dake ever beaten Burroughs before this Olympic trials?
No, nobody has. In 10 years in the Olympic trials, for a decade, Burroughs has been our representative. For 10 years at his weight, he's been the representative at Worlds or Olympics for a decade straight. And so he's never lost to be on the team. Now, has he lost otherwise? Yes,
Yeah.
but like 4 or 5 times.
But Steve, one slight correction, just to show how good Dake and Burroughs were. I think it was in 2015, because it's best of 3 to make the Olympic or to make the World Olympic teams. So it's Dake versus Burroughs. Burroughs wins the first one. Dake actually wins the second one. And he gets chirpy. He pushes Burroughs in the face. They come back out for the third match. Burroughs double legs him and ankle aces him and teched him in 10 seconds. It was like the craziest thing I've ever seen.
What?
Yeah. So those guys had like history. Like they wrestled 100 times. That was the only time Dake could beat him. And then the last time he could, like Dake has surpassed him. Like I don't know if Burroughs lost a step or Dake gained a step. But
Steve, you
people got to know
that gut wrench.
Oh yeah, and he had no answer for it. And you got to remember, Dake is one of 4 people to win 4 national titles.
Yep.
Jesus.
In 4 different weight classes.
And the only guy in 4 different, he went up every single year, went up the next weight class and won it.
And what's crazy for that is like, Steve,
including the senior year normally going against David Taylor, the other world champion, and beating David Taylor. It was nuts.
That's incredible.
Dake's nuts.
Yeah. And what's unusual about that is like normally like when you get like when you get into sports, right, you're either a guy that has a lot of potential or you're a guy that's a man amongst men, and you're normally not both. Dake came in at 141, won it, and then went all the way up to 165 and won it. So he was not a man amongst boys. Like he was still a kid winning.
Damn, God bless him.
That's why his nickname's Kid Dynamite.
Yeah,
and Steve,
I like that.
I'm going to show you this story right now, which is why I am so like this Russian guy that he has to face has beaten Burroughs every time they faced. He's beaten Chamiz every time they faced. So you're like, okay, can Dake beat this guy?
Well, he's undefeated against Cheesemo too.
Yeah, this guy is really good, and he's young.
Is Cheesemo's first name Ma?
Frank. Yeah, Frank Machismo.
He's an African feller that wrestles for Italy because he grew up in Italy.
Cuban
guy. I'm sorry. Yeah, Cuban guy. My fault. Yeah. Cuban bull who wrestles for Italy. I'm always laughing at that. I'm like, what? No, he's a Cuban guy. Can we get?
If you're from Cuba, if you had the choice, Cuba or Italy, I'm fucking picking Italy every time.
Exactly. So can we get Yoel Romero to wrestle for us?
Yeah, dude, he doesn't even live in Italy. He lives in New York. He trains at Columbia University.
So ridiculous.
That's
such
incredible.
Nonsense.
I mean, Matt, if you can let me share my screen.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
So this is the guy, the #1 seed from Russia, who is unbeatable. But this year there was some marital problems at the wedding.
Whoa.
So this is him. This is his bride to be. And at the wedding, a Russian oligarch, which is a Russian billionaire, apparently dated his wife before they got together and sent out all of these videos on text to everybody at the wedding with her naked doing like sex acts. Her father has a heart attack at the wedding. Sadakov so Steve, these are Dagestanis. This is like, who's the guy in the UFC?
Khabib?
Yeah, this is like Khabib's countryman right here. Like Dagestani. Yeah. So this is like at their wedding, they go through the vows and everything. They're at the ceremony and everyone gets a mass text, and it's just like her with pictures like this and everything. And then like a whole thing happens. So I don't know if Sadakov. I mean, it was a year ago, but I don't know if he's still in the right headspace after this kind of stuff happening at your fucking wedding.
He mentally fucked at this point, bro. Oh my gosh.
God.
Yo, fuck that billionaire dude. What a dick. Fuck you, buddy.
Yeah.
Shithead hater.
What a piece of shit.
You think Putin would have just like offed him after that? Like you just took us a gold medal from us, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And the problem over there is that Russian gangster will shoot him in his face, so it doesn't matter that he's a fucking gorilla. And that dude would grab him in real life and bounce him like a basketball.
Yeah, I would love. So this is one thing I would love, that if we ever do like like a road trip, right? So you're saying like Iran and Russia.
Let's go to
and
Dagestan.
Well, but I would love to go to one of these places and see a big time wrestling match, because there's we have huge basketball games and football games and everything here. They're selling out like 60,000 seat stadiums for these wrestling matches.
Dude, Matt, it is nuts.
Bad ass.
And so, like, an interesting thing is the Iranians hate the Russians more than they hate us. So they like love Jordan Burroughs because he would always beat the Russians. So they would go like nuts for him.
And Jordan would say too, he was always this big. He was a big component of how sports obviously like blend through any culture or race or anything like that.
Yeah.
He was like, when I go to Saudi Arabia, Iran, anywhere in the Middle East, they treat me like I'm fucking Tom Brady. Like it's a party because wrestling is so big in the Middle East. They go crazy and they love him just because it's a pure sports thing. Like, you know, he's
they like the man versus man, just like who's the fucking best guy. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that shit, dude. I think that's fucking awesome. I would love to see like a packed state because like, dude, like I guess
you got any spots in Albania? I'll go over there. That should be dope. Watch a wrestling match.
I mean, I don't know how big they take it there. I mean, maybe.
I think Eastern Europe's pretty. They're more Greco than freestyle, but they're pretty good.
Yeah. It's all about wrestling.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I'd love to do that, dude. I think that'd be a fucking blast, right? That'd be so much fun. You know, we'll bring our camera guy, make a thing out of it.
Hey.
All right. So
and Matt, we got 2 more gold medal threats.
Okay, go.
So we got Kyle Snyder at 97. So Kyle Snyder,
not winning.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win either.
Snyder.
But you know what?
Already the one that I want, you can't shit on him.
The one that I'm excited for is Gable Steveson, the 21-year-old heavyweight, Brock Lesnar's protege out of Minnesota, baby.
Really?
He has been blowing up. And so the thing is, like, there are 2 guys. There's one guy from Turkey, Akgul. He's 6'5", 265 solid. Then there's a guy from Georgia who's 6'6", 265 completely solid. And you're just like, these guys are too big. Like, I've seen them wrestle Snyder. Snyder's wrestled heavyweights, and they just toy with Snyder. But Steveson right now, like, he's only 6 foot tall, but his speed, oh my God, I've never seen a heavyweight hit a double like this.
Really?
He makes Mako look like a child.
Here's the thing.
Really?
I don't know about that statement, but I agree right now. So here's the thing, though. Ready? Here's the thing. Ready for this? America has not won a medal at heavyweight since 1980, whatever, when Rulon Gardner.
1996.
When Rulon Gardner won, right, and beat the Russian.
He was in 2000.
Who Rulon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Steve, that's Greco.
It
was 1996 since Bruce Baumgartner retired. 96. Yeah.
Haven't won a medal besides Russia, Turkey, and Georgia. Those 3 countries always win that. And who are the good guys from, Pete?
U.S. baby.
No, well, who's the other 2 from? Did you say Russia and Turkey?
Oh yeah, Russia.
One
Turkey,
of them Georgian.
Yeah,
Georgia. Yeah.
Iran.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, swing and a miss on that one.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's okay. You're not wrong. But okay. But
the heavyweights that like didn't medal, like we're talking about Steve Mako couldn't get a medal. We're talking about Cole Conrad couldn't get a medal.
Yep.
Tommy Rock, like we're talking like all-time
Tony
great guys.
Nelson.
Yeah.
The Gwiz.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like that, and that's why I'm hyped. Is because the Gwiz actually has 2 bronze medals. Like he was looking good.
In Worlds.
He got a couple of yeah, exactly. And
Not
then
Olympics.
Steveson just fucked him up. Because he never got a chance to go to the Olympics because this was his first chance until Steveson was like, not
he was
today,
too
bud.
young last Olympic cycle.
Yep.
That's how crazy this is.
Gwiz is that good?
Oh, Gwiz
is
nasty.
good.
Yeah, Gwiz is nasty. And he's
Gwiz could beat
enormous.
anybody in the world except for the Turkish guy and the Georgian. But I think Gable can beat them both.
So Mako was in the Olympics?
Yeah.
He was in 2008.
He was a representative. Yep, he was a representative.
That's
the head wrestling coach at ATT.
I fucking love Mako. He's an awesome.
Mako's a legend.
He's a total legend.
I thought he was the guy. Now Stevenson's there, and I'm like, oh my God! Like, I never thought I would see a guy that was better than him, and now he's here.
So who's that? Okay, so all right, but then what's the deal with Kyle Snyder? So why don't you think he's gonna win?
He has the Russian tank in front of him. They call him
the guy I was
the
talking
Russian.
about?
Yeah, they call him the Russian tank.
Didn't he?
My man's lost one time. Yes, it's the only time that guy's ever fucking lost.
The only time he ever lost was to Snyder, and it was like
you go to his Google page and look at his medal thing. There's 20 golds and 1 silver. Ever since he was a little kid, he's won everything. Everything.
And so, Matt, here's the other thing too. Here's why it's going to be like impressive if Snyder does come back and win again. Because when Snyder beat him the first time, Sadulaev had moved up. He was at David Taylor's weight and moved up.
Yep.
And he also did it that year. Worlds was during Ramadan, so and he's a Muslim, so he was fasting the entire month. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So since then, not only has Sadulaev won each world easily, but Snyder has lost. So in the second time they faced, Sadulaev pinned him. Yep. And then the next year, he lost to Shapirov from, I believe, the Ukraine before he even made it to the finals, and he took bronze that year.
Oh wow.
No, he's a Middle Eastern guy. I remember that dude's nasty though too. Yeah, he lost to him too.
Damn.
Well, so the Shapirov make like some of these guys change countries. You know what I mean? Like, because like there might be a couple of Russians we'll see wrestling for Bahrain or some random country because they're so good at it, and other
they
countries want medals.
They go deflect to make a team.
Yeah.
Like they'd be JV in Russia, but they're fucking varsity everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
That's how Chamizo. Well, I think Chamizo just went to Italy because Cuba sucked, but you know.
So for those of you who have been a little disappointed like me in the Olympics, because I keep seeing everybody take second and nobody fucking win. I watch softball. I'm very invested because I have nieces that play softball. They fucking took second.
Who beat U.S. in softball?
Fucking Japan, the home team. They cheated.
Really?
They fucking cheated. Now that's just my opinion and nobody else's.
I mean, you're probably right.
They cheated.
Yeah.
The hometown team, man.
I agree with you.
The fuck.
Damn.
Dude, we lost in fucking basketball. Our
basketball
team
fucking
lost.
losing. The soccer chicks were 44-game win streak. All of a sudden we get smoked by Sweden, and then we go 0-0 in the next match. What the fuck? Come on, bro.
Wait. The men's basketball team lost?
To France, yeah. It was a qual. Like they're still gonna win gold, but like it was
Nigeria.
Like
and Nigeria.
They
lost to France and
again?
Nigeria. They lost twice. Nigeria first, then France.
So
yeah, they lost twice. No, that was just in pool play. So they're still going to make it to the medal rounds.
Steve,
and
LeBron's not playing, right?
No, he's not over there. They got KD's over there.
He's still not as good as LeBron.
They got KD. They got Dame. They got Dame.
They got
Booker. Have every fucking bench player in the NBA there, and they still fucking win.
I know it's so.
Yeah, it's not like Embiid's playing for Cameroon and Cameroon's beating them, or Jokic is beating them. Like there are foreigners in the NBA, but it's none of those guys.
They're playing a bunch of Tony Kukoc coaches over there.
And the gayest part, or the stupidest part is Rudy Gobert is part of Sweden or whatever fucking bull France or whatever bullshit team beat us. And I fucking hate that motherfucker because he plays like an asshole. They give him defensive player of the year every year.
Embiid kills him every time he plays.
Fuck out of here. You see what
time
Giannis did in the finals, the blocks and shit? And you're telling me that big goofy ass looking dude is the defensive player of the year? Suck my dick, NBA. Fuck out of here.
Fucking smoke it right here.
Simmons put up 42 on Gobert and he can't even shoot.
There's a fucking joke.
Yeah, Simmons hasn't hit a 3 in months.
Hey!
Shout out to Nick Z. That was the
good for you, buddy.
I didn't get his name right last week. All right. So like we said, there's some shit going on with the Olympics. Some of it disappointing. But we got wrestling coming up next week. Got a lot of good matches. For those of you who don't really watch it, it's exciting stuff to watch. They've really changed the rules.
Freestyle in particular. Freestyle. Anything else you watch, if you stumble upon Greco, it's a fucking snooze fest. You'll be so disinterested. You'll be so fucking disinterested.
The way
Please don't do that.
Yeah, but they've changed the rules in freestyle wrestling specifically to up the tempo and up the pace and make it very like fun to watch.
That is a good thing because like when around like between I don't know, like guys, you remember how boring freestyle was.
Oh
my 2008 until 2016, it was like watching ball grabs. Every match was 1-0 or 1-1 on criteria. Like, and now we have guys putting up fucking points. Like Taylor, Dake, Snyder, Stevenson. These guys all attack nonstop. They are point scorers. It makes you love the sport again.
Yeah.
And the saddest part is too. Remember, Jordan Oliver was supposed to be in this Olympics. He's our representative, but they didn't qualify the weight. So the motherfucker is not here.
It's kind of crazy. The deepest weight class. You got Oliver. Oh no, like the
some other
US
country. The weight didn't qualify.
Yeah.
You have to win some tournaments or have a
Yeah.
previous year's medalist. If you have a previous year's medalist in that weight class, you automatically qualify. If not, you have to win some like big tournaments, like the one in Russia and all that other shit.
So that's why I shout out to Gwiz. He qualified heavyweight for us.
Yeah, for Gable. So Gable didn't even need to qualify. He just had to win the Open at the US.
And Burroughs qualified it for Dake already won a world, so I don't know if it counts like that going. But the Burroughs had gotten the bronze, so he'd already qualified it.
Would Jordan Oliver had done well in the Olympics and had the weight class qualified?
No, he couldn't. So here's the thing. So there's multiple weights to qualify, and it is that 65 kilograms is the deepest weight class in the world. Like if you look at the U.S., it's Jordan Oliver, Zane Rutherford, Yanni Diakomalis, Joey McKenna, all complete studs. Like you know what I mean? And these are guys that beat world qualifiers. Like the number one guy in the world is this guy from India, Barjang, and all of them have beaten him. But when it's that that's wrestling class, right? You know what I mean? Like big guys get into football, but like the littler guys, like they go to the weight class sports and they dominate in wrestling. It's just a deep weight class. And
Yeah,
so
it is.
normally you qualified in the Pan Ams. And Zane Rutherford went to the Pan Ams and he failed
And
to
got
qualify.
fucking smoked
Yep.
like an asshole. Yeah, he
Yep.
shot in on a great shot, and the dude like threw him to his back, and the pussy got pinned and fucked
Yep.
the whole weight thing up. Fuck you, Penn State. Fuck you, Zane Rutherford.
All
Jordan
right.
out right in the Olympics.
All right,
asshole.
Steve. All right.
I'm
all
sorry.
right.
I got a
You're-
little
No,
excited.
you're not
I
wrong.
got fucking
Okay.
excited.
That's okay.
I wanted Jordan to be in it.
Hey, we all did. So,
Damn.
all right. Well, okay. So,
Yeah. I mean, Jordan kind of got screwed the last World, so I got the last World Team trial. So I got
well, let's just hope
I
he
feel
sticks
with
around
Steve.
then. Let's hope he sticks around and gets his doing proper. Good
Well,
kid.
next cycle he'll be 40 years old, so he's definitely not going for the next Olympics.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, like we said, next week we have we'll hopefully we'll be talking about some of the wrestling that went on next week's show. But yeah, check it out and let us know what you think. You can hit us up on the Twitter at Working P Pod with any kind of wrestling stuff. And then okay, so we're coming to the top of time. Party Boy Pete, anything you want to say to the peeps before we take off?
Yeah, man. Watch some Olympic wrestling, baby. Greatest
All
sport
right.
on earth.
Great. There you go. Love it. Love it. Strong Stem. Anything you want to say to the dozens and dozens of Working Perspectives podcast listeners before we take off?
Yes, maybe certain ones. Who knows? The thing is, wrestlers have the biggest part is the control with all the wrestling talk is hips. Correct?
Yeah.
I got good hips, and apparently you need that for salsa dancing. So I feel like I could be good at this. I feel like this is meant for me. We know this.
If
What's
only
up
we
with
knew someone that did some salsa dance.
And Steve, your doctor
I
said
got
you need to
hips.
get more exercise. So like you're
I'm
just
ready.
following good health advice.
Fucking ready.
All right. Well, fuck off, God damn it. Well, all right. Well, hey, hopefully you're
Hey, it makes sense, right? Loose
Hopefully-
hips.
Hopefully J-Lo calls you or Rosie Perez and they're like, hey, I want to teach you the salsa. All right? Because that's what you
Yeah.
want.
Loose
You
hips,
want,
sink
you want a
ships.
Latina dime piece
Hell
to
yeah.
change your
Hell
life.
yeah.
That's what
Hell
you
yeah.
really
Talk
want.
to me. Yep.
Yeah.
You're
All
right.
right. Well,
You need your J-Lo.
yeah.
Mm,
Hey, who knows? Maybe one day. Fingers crossed.
he's looking. Yep.
Hey, I'll keep helping you, buddy. All right. As long as it's not my cousin. So, okay.
Oh.
So either way, so this has been another episode of the Work Perspectives Podcast, Weekend Poppin'. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by Party Boy Pete McCormick, Stunning Steve Cabot. You can find us on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can hang out with us on the Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast and follow us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod if you'd like to be a guest on the show. And if you want to get your story out there, and if you've ever thought like, hey, I could podcast, I could do a podcast, then let us know and send us an email at workingperspectives@gmail.com and we'll put you through the approval process with the PAAA and see if you can get on. All right. But other than that, have a great weekend. Thanks. See ya.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while